What's up, everybody out there? Welcome to the Daily Smoke. I'm Brother Los.
Brother Jam.
Brother Ron.
And as we just said, we're the Daily Smoke, and thank you for joining us. 7 o'clock Central Time, Houston time, like I always say. I don't know what it is in your time zone, but whatever it is, 7 o'clock on your time zone,
figure it out.
You better be watching you. Better yet, you should be hitting a like, to subscribe, and all that shit so that your phone at 7 o'clock your time every day, ding, and that right there, ooh, Daily Smoke, let me check out what the brothers got to say about today. You know, and continue supporting us the way you do.
Turn on those notifications, and that way you'll never miss an episode. We always gonna be here same time.
Yes, we will. Yes,
sir.
we
Yes,
will.
sir.
Yes,
Same
we
smoke
will.
time, same smoke channel. You
Exactly.
too,
Right?
you know,
I'm gonna go watch Batman tonight.
Yeah. Right.
We're gonna watch it tonight, man. I miss that new Batman.
Right.
Yeah,
So I hope everybody enjoyed Monday's show.
Yeah, it was nice having Vanessa back on, man.
Oh my God, I miss
Hey.
her so much.
She is just such an awesome human being, man.
Great.
If you're watching, Vanessa, thank you for being you. We appreciate you.
Sister.
And thank you for bringing us along for the ride with you. We appreciate that.
Yes, yes.
We definitely reap the benefits of her event. So I'm telling y'all missing some interesting conversations if you haven't attended one of her events. The next one, I believe she said, is coming up in October.
Yes, October 22nd to be
October
exact. I
22nd.
believe.
So keep an eye out, and of course we'll keep y'all updated on what's going on. Don't forget, place to go is to check out our website, www.thedailysmoke.com.
Absolutely.
Always need to make sure you're on top of that. And at the same time, check out the Cash App, $TD Smoke. In case you want to donate, we appreciate it. Anything you might be able to do.
Right. And speaking of Vanessa's thing, if you watch Monday's show, it'll be a lot more better. If you watch Monday's show, the next one, and I hate to say it that way, it'll be more better. Watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about.
That's funny.
Right,
as hell.
sis knows.
That is funny. That is funny.
Nessa.
Bo.
Miss Nessa.
I gotta control my own shit.
Yes.
That is funny,
Yeah,
man.
so she here with us. What's up? She here
Yes,
with us.
she is. Yes,
So,
she
yeah.
is. Good to see you, Vanessa.
Hey,
Come on.
yes, yes.
Hey, loves. Hey,
So
loves.
what's
Thank
up,
you
man,
so
y'all?
much.
I mean, what is it, Wednesday?
Yeah.
And this week,
Yeah.
This week,
Yeah.
it's still hot as a motherfucker here in Houston.
Make you pass
It's
out.
like 100 feels like 114,
It'd be rough.
That's crazy.
God,
And it's,
man.
you know, I mean, we still got another hope. My only thing is, remember, this shit started in April. When it
Right,
started getting hot
right,
like
right,
this. May
right,
was
right,
crazy. So
right.
maybe because we had that freeze and shit,
Right.
it'll start getting cooler soon. We
Right.
won't have this shit in October still.
Right.
You know, unless that's when we're gonna get a big ass storm and tear everything
I
up.
think we're gonna have a bad hurricane, man. We
think
didn't go,
so?
man. I think we didn't go too long without one, man. It's real. You think so
Well,
too?
well. See, not one like Harvey.
Oh
Because
no,
Harvey
bro.
was one that we had not too long ago, where it just rained on us.
Oh,
We're
no,
talking
bro.
about one that's gonna blow shit
I
away.
don't know, bro. I don't know, man. You may be right. I don't know, man. We didn't go in a long time without
Yeah,
one.
I wouldn't. I mean,
I'm scared.
like, I think the fast moving, in and out, you do the damage and just be gone.
You know what I mean?
I prefer that than what Harvey did, because that just sitting on top of us and raining like that.
Now I will admit, I loved that shit.
Did you really?
I loved the rain. I'm sorry that it flooded, but I was good with it raining like that,
I'm
man.
the same
I'm
way.
like, shit. I lived in
I'm the same
Germany. I
way.
lived in
I'm the
Washington
same
State.
way.
It rains all. I love the
I'm
rain.
the same
That
way.
shit was nice.
And
Same
where I was
way,
living at the
man.
time, we didn't see even the neighborhood didn't flood, nothing.
What?
Completely, like, okay, few down tree branches. And
What?
so literally I was just at home, chilling, playing video games.
What?
Internet didn't even go out.
Oh my!
I was like,
God.
what? It was just once everything stopped and I tried to leave the neighborhood, it was just
That's
like,
the problem.
That
it was like,
the
oh
problem.
damn, because literally like down the street from my mom's house, a tornado hit a wing stop and literally blew the glass out of the shop. It like they said somebody had tried to walk out, and when they reached for the door, the wind like snatched them and like yanked them out,
Over a wing stop.
trying to walk out of the wing stop.
Do y'all niggas know how many wings we would have had if I'd have been there?
It'd have been frozen.
Man,
they
all
were
right,
cooking
cool. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
give it to me.
Unless while the
I love
storm
it.
was going, you go in there. frying that shit up.
Hey, man, make it happen, man.
Look, if I worked at that Wingstop, I'd be like, hey, here, let's clean, because they're gonna throw all this stuff away
Let's
anyway.
take it home.
Because might as well let's clean it out.
I gotta be honest with y'all about something, man. I don't care how this makes me look. Yeah, I know what like as a kid, you know how you have like your imagination and run wild. Like I wish I could fly. I wish I was invisible. You know that kind of shit.
Right.
Hey man, this is the truth. When I was a kid, one of my wishes was, hey man, I hope one day I get locked inside of a Popeyes.
Okay.
And they
Like
just
you
made
understand? I
fresh
just
chicken.
clothes, you know what I mean? Like all I see is a kid.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Fried chicken, exactly. Fried chicken, anything about frying or whatever. I was like, man, what would it be
You
like?
just thinking that's just like boxes of fried chicken.
Exactly, you
Right.
know what I
Just
mean?
sitting
I'm
around.
just locked inside of a Popeyes
Going
all
to the
day long.
counter.
Oh my god,
Yes.
that was one of my wishes, man, for real.
That's
So
still
when
one of
you
your
say,
wishes.
it
That's
really,
He
yes,
got
it is.
rich and had a
It
crib, and
is.
y'all came over.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gonna walk in his kitchen and
Oh,
go
yeah.
grab some chicken like
Oh
Popeyes.
yeah, oh
We walk in his
yeah.
house. That's what
I hit the lotto. That's what's going down. Oh yeah.
Just he gonna hire somebody to
I'm
make
gonna
sure
pay a
the
check.
racks are full.
Not a dude. I'm gonna pay a check. $100,000. And my only thing gonna be this: when I tell you I want some Popeyes chicken, I need you to be in my house in the area that I already built that looks like Popeyes.
Popeyes.
You know what I'm saying? With the red
drive through and everything. He's gonna walk up to the drive through. You gotta get 2 piece.
You gotta have a soda fountain and all of
I
that.
want it all.
He wants the Popeyes in his
And
crib.
all you gotta do is give me and my brothers or whoever with me by myself. It's my house. Hey, it's 3:00 in the morning. I want some Popeyes, and I want the racks up there too. You know, you got the rack of biscuits, the rack.
He gotta look like a Popeye.
You got the rack of mild. I hate mild. You got the rack of spicy. I want all of that up there. So when I show up, I think I'm in Popeyes.
Right.
You give me my food.
Hey,
We done.
Hakeem.
We out.
That would be cool. We're sitting here like, y'all hungry? Let's go to Popeyes.
Let's go to
We
Popeyes.
got- Walk
Exactly.
They be walking toward the
telling
the
y'all.
garage like y'all finna get a
I'm
car.
telling
Like,
y'all,
no,
man.
No,
Telling
let's go to
y'all, man.
Popeyes. It's right
I'm telling
here.
y'all, man. I hit the lottery. I'm gonna show y'all something new. Man. I'm telling you right
It's like,
now,
yo,
man. It's real.
I want mine
It's
for here.
real.
To go. I'm just gonna
It's real. It is so
But
real.
you know what though? You know what I would do? If have y'all heard of those ghost kitchens?
No,
You never heard of a ghost kitchen?
no, sir.
Okay, it got big when like the whole pandemic and everything was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So what it basically is so say like you go through DoorDash or Uber Eats something like that and you order food, right? The food isn't actually coming from the restaurant you ordered from. It's
Pretty
coming
good.
from a ghost kitchen where they have like so say if you order a Five Guys burgers, they got Five Guys burgers. They got Five Guys meats, Five Guys buns. They got all the stuff from Five Guys, and they can make you a Five Guys burger, but it's not coming from a Five Guys location.
For real.
Yeah, and they'll have multiple, basically producing multiple restaurants' food out of one kitchen.
Are you for real?
So the drivers can just
Yeah,
go there.
and the drivers just go to that one spot, they pick up and they take it. There's no option to go sit down and eat there. They just there to make food.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ghost restaurants.
That they call them ghost kitchens, and they can be set up any place around the city and kind of used as a hub to just for food delivery.
You can have an Italian restaurant that be serving fucking Popeyes chicken. Shit like that.
But imagine now you want to talk about something doing brand new. Build one of those in your house.
Oh
Lowe's
my
kitchen.
god! You know what I mean?
You can literally have Chili's,
Especially if they bring all that shit to you already.
Wingstop. You could have 5-6 different kind of restaurants in one spot. One
All you
kitchen.
gotta do is cook it. We'll have Evie and Nen and aprons and shit.
I
with
know.
hats.
I know tonight
Down
we're
to
talking
work.
about how exercise affect mental health, but my eating would be all wrong. You know what I'm saying? It would be all
You can
wrong.
make anything you want.
Anything like
all the
for
different
real.
places you
What?
like, you can make this shit.
Do a sit up for what?
You know?
I want some Mr. Goddess. How about that?
You know?
You know what I mean? I
That's
want
some
some.
stuff.
I want some Pizza Hut.
No.
What you want? Oh, the kids want KFC. We got that.
We got that.
Paradise wings.
Paradise wing.
You'll know how to make them and shit.
Paradise.
Alongside straight grades.
Sit some cray cray.
Paradise
You know?
wing.
Make that French's Chicken and nobody goes there to come get your shit. They
doing
love
it. You
that.
know what
But
I'm
they'll be
saying?
making all the money.
Okay, so that's my next question. Like French's and KFC, right?
Okay.
And I think it's McDonald's. I think the secret sauce. So when you talk about like that kind of food, they have secret recipes that are divided in multiple locations, so no one has access, no particular individual has access to the entire recipe. Are you saying that they actually know how to recreate it, or do they buy so much of that food item from that particular restaurant and they hold it and wait until somebody purchases it? How does that work?
I mean, I don't know the full details of it, but the way I imagine it would be like, so like I was saying before, like a Fuddruckers, just imagine, because usually what you're talking about is like franchise businesses, stuff where they get their supplies from like a central location.
All
Okay.
you're doing is
So-
microwaving and
So
frying.
if you're talking, you know, like I said, like a Fuddruckers burger, they use a certain grade of beef, a certain type of bun options, all of that stuff. So all the stuff, the ingredients that a Fuddruckers would have, they have, and they'll just make it there as a Fuddruckers burger. But it's just not coming from a Fuddruckers kitchen.
All you're doing is cooking.
All you're
You're
doing
cooking
is
the shit that they sent you. You're not getting recipes. The shit's already made. Just cook. You're using microwaves, frying, and
you frying up, you frying up a burger, you making some fries, you shipping it out.
and that's it. You're not actually creating the burgers. They're just, you
I
got a
need
box
that in
of
my life.
You need a box of. You're gonna have a box of McDonald's
I need that in
patties
my life.
right
But
there. Just
there's
warm
a-
them up,
I
put them
need
on the
them in my
buns.
life.
Nowadays, there's a good chance anytime you order from like a Uber Eats, something like that,
That's what it
probably that's where it's coming from.
Especially,
Are you
especially
serious?
from one of
If
those
it's
big
like I said, if it's
franchises.
from one of those
Oh,
franchise
my
places
God.
like that, it's very likely that's where it's coming
You
from.
know-
Especially if it's a real short delivery time.
Right?
Yeah.
That means it's close. But we're not getting that mumbo humbo Indian food. It ain't coming from that. It's coming from that truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so if you order shit like that, you're getting their
Yeah,
actual.
you get
Okay.
some specialized stuff,
Yeah.
then you getting the real deal. But with
Oh
mass
my
produced food like that, yeah, man.
What difference does it make? We go to McDonald's anyways and eat the same exact shit that they made over here. Same shit. They get it all.
It's the taste
shipped
man.
to
They
them.
let them fry.
Could you
man.
imagine if they opened something like that as a drive-through,
I'm
You
listening.
can order
Oh
where you
no!
where you could just pull up?
It
have
it would be more you have to order ahead because a board there would be too crazy.
You
too
have
much
a
for black people.
you'd have a parking lot like Sonic where like you park in different sections for the different restaurants you want to order from.
That we gotta.
I'm totally against that,
That would
idea.
be that would be a big ass
I'm
fucking
totally
place,
against that
boy.
idea. And
They
I,
have it just in like a Sam's parking lot in a parking lot that size, like a Sam's Club place.
You know, you pull in and you see the sign for Taco Bell. And you just pull into those parking spots and shit.
Ooh, could you imagine running across something like that on a long road trip?
Just pull into somewhere. There's a
And you
section
just got
there,
whatever you want.
all the shit there. You know, plus you get that area's stuff that we may not have here.
Oh yeah,
The
because you could
further
throw
away
in
you
some
get, you get
local.
to see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You throw in some local fast foods. You know?
That'd be cool.
hey man,
Like Whataburger's not up north, so they may have one, but when you come down this way, that's when you go to one of those.
I do not want that in the black community.
What's up, Howard?
I don't.
Cholesterol.
But it's
already there. We just go to the different places.
No, black hands.
You know?
No, that's not
This
my.
is
That's
gotta
not my
drive to
issue.
one
Black
place.
hands. That's not my issue. My issue, with that in the black community, is we are some very indecisive people. And
You have to wait 4 hours for somebody
You know
to
what I
come
mean?
in.
Is that
You know what I
true?
mean, man? Come on, man.
No,
Like,
man.
you son of a bitch, here, man. Like, tell me if this ain't happening. You don't lie. Be real.
Okay.
You go to McDonald's. You know what you want. It's something from McDonald's.
You know what
right?
they got.
You know what they.
Just plain, you know what they got. That's plain and simple. They don't
I
have
have-
nothing different.
I have been in a McDonald's, man. I have been in a Popeyes, man, in the black community, and I have stood in line on my legs behind 5-6 people. 15 minutes pass. The person in front of me goes up to the counter, and they'll be like, "Okay, welcome to Popeyes, may I take your order? Welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order?" You know what the son of a bitch do?
Like you've been in line. You could have ordered. Now, see, for me, sometimes I end up doing that because since I'm waiting so long, I'm gonna have this. No, I'm gonna have that. No, I'm gonna
I'm
have
good.
this. No, I'm gonna have that. And then I get to the counter, it's like,
What
fuck,
y'all
which
got?
one of these am I gonna get? You know. But no, my thing is that when you sit there, let me get, man, you know what they have. It's
Oh,
McDonald's. They don't have nothing different
Nah.
than that what they've been making since 19 whatever the fuck they started.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Bring that big red back.
You know.
You know what McRibs are made out of, man? This is true. You like McRibs?
I used to love the shit.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what you been eating. So I used to work at this mental health inpatient facility,
Okay.
and real quick, some of the most brilliant people on the planet have mental health issues, and you're gonna treat them if you're in mental health at some point in time. So shout out to all of my praise people. so hey man, I'm sitting there talking with this dude. He was like a professional chef, and I knew he was on this stuff because he kicking off stuff to me, making a lot of sense or whatever. He said, "Hey man, hey, what's up, Leah? Good to see you, my love. Good to see you.
What's up,
Thank you
sis?
for going to church with us." And he said, "Hey man, look, the McDonald's, they have like the McRibs. You know why it's in season and out of season?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "Because." Come on in, love. What's happening?
Hey,
What's
hey.
happening? What's happening?
Hey.
Show us love. Show us love. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, Rafika? Come on in. Come on in. So he say, "Yeah, come on, sit next to me." So he say, "Hey man, y'all, you know how they make McRibs, right?" I said, "Well, man, to be honest with you, what's up, my love? You
Hey
good?"
man, I see you got your toes out.
All day. So he said, "Hey man, you know, like you like the ribs?" I'm like, "Man, I always wanted to try it when I was younger, but I stopped eating pork, so I don't eat it anymore." You know what I mean? So he was like, "It's made out of pig snouts." I said, "What?" He said, "Look, man, what they do is the reason why it's in season, out of season, is they have to kill enough pigs to get enough pig snouts, and when they take the pig snouts and they put it in this press." They put the pig snout in the press, and when they push it down, it gives you the impression of a rib. But it's a pig snout, and they put the barbecue on it, and then you got McRib
And I
sandwiches.
loved every bite of it.
And for you like pig snout?
They got places where you can get a pig snout sandwich. There was a girl that I went to high school
I'm
with.
good on that,
and,
man.
And she was, and she
I'm
somebody
good on that.
It's all
said,
pork.
and she tried it, and I saw her take it. I'm like, I can't do that, but I didn't know you could have a
I
pig
can't
snout
do it.
sandwich.
I mean,
can't do it, man.
people eat pig feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I remember seeing somebody eat a pickled pig foot when I was a kid.
Pig foot.
And I was just like, you know, my dad used to take us to these like little dive bars that he would hang out at. Shout out to the Domino Shack. But he used to, you know, take us to these places, and dude, you know, they had that jar sitting up on the bar, and it was you always had at least a jar of pickled pig feet and a jar of pickled eggs.
And pickled lips.
What?
I never saw. I did see pickled chicken feet one time.
Yeah, pig lips. Yeah.
Pig lips.
When I was a candy lady, in my day, when I was a candy lady, I had
Focus the camera on her. I want to hear this.
yeah, you can put it, that's cool. Okay, so when I was the candy lady, when my son was young, I always, you know, sold some things out my house to make a little exchange. Pig lips was on the menu. And kids eat that up.
Pig lips.
Were they like
Pig lips.
hard, like candy?
I've never tried one. I've never eaten one, but they look like actual pairs of lips that belong on an animal, of course. Yeah, people ate that. Pig
We
lips,
eat
pig
everything.
feet.
Brain, all that stuff.
But you know, we
everything.
the only see here in this country. We throw away things. In other countries, they eat every freaking part of the animal. So, of course, when
We
we
bougie.
when we were
Dog. You know what I mean? Dog.
Yeah.
Not here, not in
we
Houston.
eat they eat
Oh, some
everything.
parts,
They take out they even eat the blood sausage.
Right.
That's
everything.
the blood from the
Oh,
animal.
yeah.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I mean, I can't
yeah.
do it either, but that's
We
what
started.
that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I saw a documentary once, and they were showing this African tribe where, like, as a part of like some ceremony, what the dudes would do is they would milk the cow and get like the fresh cow's milk, and then they would take another cow and like jug them in the neck in a vein and like
God.
bleed them out
Oh,
and
my
mix the milk and the blood together, and they would drink that for like strength
Oh,
before they
that's not gonna
did
work.
certain things, you know. And so that was like a part of a ceremony, but like blood and milk was like a thing for them, you know. So I mean, you depending on where you are in the world, there's a whole lot of stuff that's
they don't throw nothing
normal
away.
and acceptable, and it's just it sounds weird to us because we have a Western diet, pretty
Yep.
much.
And we see they called it waste when we were coming up in slavery. They
And that's
called
all
it
they
waste. You know, but when it now all that stuff with delicacy, can y'all believe it?
I'm good on that.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that
Yeah.
something? You know, chicken wings at one time.
Was considered
Even in restaurants, they would take chicken wings and save that to make broth. They didn't even sell a wing off
Right.
of chicken.
Really?
And then hot wings were born.
That buffalo.
Really?
shit, boy.
Buffalo wings is what made
And
wings.
bam.
That's it.
This is a professional chef, by the way. You know what I mean?
You know.
Like,
That's what made it popular, man.
you know on that
Making hot
show
wings.
Iron Chef, they had there's a clip from that show that went viral recently because you had I think a lady who was cooking some Korean fried chicken and she was bragging about how Korean fried
yeah, I
chicken
saw
was
that.
like the best. Like, oh, Korean fried chicken is the best, and
Your boy
I can't think
Alton.
of it. Yes, I
Shut
couldn't think of
down.
his name. And so he came out of the blue. He was like, "But you know why that is?" And she was like, "No." So because Black American GIs, when they went over there to fight the war,
Stop.
they taught Koreans how to make fried chicken.
That's right.
And anything Alton says, go.
You know he knows what he talks
So
about.
y'all would watch them on Food Network back in
Yeah,
the
I
day?
used to watch it back in the day.
Whenever
He breaks down the
Alton
science.
says go. That's how I know to face because of Alton. That's why I know to face the bone part towards the hot part of the pit where you put wings on.
oh
Then he'll
my
do-
Lord.
Yeah, Alton.
Okay.
That's
When he
what's up.
says
See,
go.
there it is.
Put your
Yeah,
hand
but
face
he
down.
put the science, he put the science into
Right.
the cooking and explained to you how everything works. I did like his show. It was real informative.
Is that the same she used to eat the lips? She said,
But
don't eat now, but
wait, you used to eat cow lip? I mean,
Well, pig
pig
lip?
lip?
A lot of people eat pig lips.
Call in. I want to hear this.
I used
I
to
want to
always
hear
make a
this.
joke. I would make a joke when I was coming up because my sister was always slightly thicker than me when we were growing up.
Okay.
And I always blamed it on the fact that she ate pig feet and pig lips. It was just a joke. I didn't really have any facts behind that. And I don't eat pigtails. I don't eat pig feet. Never ate pig lips. And my mom, bless her heart,
ears too. They eat
no ears. And they have that too, by the way.
Pig
You
ear
eat that
sandwiches.
stuff.
My mom eats those.
And my mom, she makes the best red beans in America. When she tell me she put a pig foot in there,
Oh
I
no,
can't
mama.
eat it.
Mm-mm.
I don't even have to
That's-
see it.
but
It's
that's-
just the
Oh,
taste
no.
of it because that's such a grit.
Oh
That's
no.
what makes them red beans the bomb.
No.
No, I don't eat none of my dad. In
No.
Puerto Rico, they have blood sausages. They eat
Oh,
everything on
no.
pig. My dad used to roast them the way we do. And by the way, it is the best roasted pig in the whole fucking world.
I want to do that. I want to roast the whole
Even
pig.
even dude that killed himself used to say that.
Yes.
That Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So you don't eat pork.
what's his
So this
name?
is what I'm
Exactly.
about. I
Dude
eat
that
pork.
killed himself.
Bourdain.
Him. He used to
Bourdain.
say
Anthony
that.
Bourdain?
Yeah, that Puerto Rican pork and one that they used to do somewhere in Malaysia or something with this coconut milk they would put on. He said those were the two best porks he ever tasted in his life, and then maybe North Carolina. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I know about
Yeah,
both. But they
he
will
was-
cook, and I remember my dad and them used to put it on a pit, and they sit there playing dominoes, getting drunk. First thing would go with the tail. It'd be gone. They'd all take a piece of that. Then the ears would disappear.
This joker say yep with a pack of 9 later.
Right, because she did say it again.
Oh
He started-
my
he would get-
God.
Yeah.
He would get the
Oh,
candy and
my
the pack.
So,
Okay.
so yeah, so you
Strawberry flavor.
yeah, that was the thing. He was telling it was pickles, and I don't know. I mean, I know in Louisiana we had candy ladies. I don't know how y'all did it out here. We had
Puerto Rico, they got that.
yeah, candy ladies. So it'd
Tienditas and
be
shit.
you sell candy bars, the pickled pig lips, the penny candy. Sometimes I do hot dogs, chili, ice cream cones.
Yep.
Yeah, them kids are coming for them pig lip child. That was like you gotta eat them
With now and ladies.
now
But
and
That's a
later.
pig's lip. That's just all I'm saying.
But I like chicken tails.
You like what?
Chicken
Nah.
tails.
I didn't know chicken
tails.
had
Oh, the
tails.
butt.
What tail?
I didn't know chicken had tails. Oh, that
little
little
butt
thing.
piece.
That little nub. It's like the natural chicken nugget.
Well, next time I
That's
barbecue you a piece of chicken, I will leave it on there for you.
Leave
I
it
cut
on
that crap off all the
I
time.
love it.
But
It's nice.
You fry them for you? You want to fry it up how you want it?
I take it anyway.
I'm gonna hold
grill them
Yeah,
up.
I
I'm
need
gonna
to work
fry
out
you
my
up. I'm gonna fry you up for chicken butt.
Chicken butt.
Yeah, chicken butt.
That's
turkey.
what.
That's a laugh of joy. Look at it. That's a laugh of joy. Look at it. That's a laugh of joy. Look at
Bring
it.
that booty, girl.
Shit. Bring me that booty. Shoot.
Bring that booty.
Okay,
Don't tell me you ain't never
booty.
seen turkey tail.
I have never seen a turkey tail.
Turkey butt.
Shit, ain't it?
Well, okay, Ron had that thing about
Like what, at the store?
He don't want to see like the corpses of
Yeah, he
animals. So
can't see
yeah, I could imagine him
the
not.
carcass. He sees that.
It's not impossible that he might not see a
You'd have to
turkey
cut
tail.
all that chicken up before we see that
Man,
body.
it's like you go to any store around Kyle Burns, Watkins, they all got smoked turkey tails. And boy, the last time I
I
went
never
to
seen that
Watkins,
shit.
this lady was behind me. She said, "Oh!" She got so excited. She had some turkey tails.
They got booty today.
You a real right turkey, why don't you back that ass up?
So, in that house, you know, turn them out. Got some in that house.
Yo, Ron.
You a real fine turkey, why don't you back that ass up?
Ron. He like chicken butt, but I don't know why.
I like chicken.
Oh Lord, I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. I can't
Yeah,
do it.
man,
This shit
yeah.
I
off.
cannot do it.
Man, I'm trying to
Turkey butts, huh?
I never.
Shit's
They
good.
sell them at the store because I know the
Yeah,
chicken.
they
they-
sell them smoked.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
In your
Turkey
thing.
I
butt.
didn't
Yeah,
know
because you can use them for like.
Oh, they call them
yeah.
turkey tails. I don't
Yeah.
really know what that. And some people just buy it by itself and eat it like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Turkey neck, turkey head.
A lot of
Well, I
meat.
paid
On,
turkey,
on
I
those
paid
turkey,
turkey next Sunday.
on those turkey tails, there's a lot of meat too.
Oh my
I've never had a turkey
God.
tail. My mama liked it. I've never eaten a turkey tail.
I've used them like to cook in like beans and stuff like that, and just buy like the smoked ones and you put them in there, and it just falls apart, and so you wind up with a lot of that fat and meat in there. It's so
I don't like
good.
meat.
A lot of that fat and booty in
Now,
your
now, I made
Some
turkey
booty
necks.
things.
I made turkey necks Sunday with some gravy and
Necks.
some cabbage, and I made some cornbread.
Man, neck
corn,
bones is good.
jalapeno.
There's nothing there.
Oh man, look, let me tell you, I had a man friend at my house.
just sucking out all the little
years
shit
and
out of it.
years
It's
ago.
good.
He said, "What you cooking, girl?" I said, "I'm making neck bones and gravy." He said, "What's that?" I said, "Call your mama and tell her you're at a woman's house making neck bones and gravy."
Keeper. Oh Lord, no, man.
They call your mama
I
now.
can't do it, man.
Turkey necks is good though.
Man,
There's a
turkey
lot.
necks are
no,
good.
There's a lot of meat on those.
No,
No
sir, I
meat
do
on
not.
that.
No,
Sucking
ma'am,
out
I
all
do
the
not.
little sections and
The
shit.
little,
Oh, Lord,
the
no.
little cord in the middle. That shit.
Lord,
All
no.
you hear at the table is.
Oh, no.
It's messy work, but somebody got to do it.
No.
Every here,
A neck, I
Every-
cannot eat a neck.
Yes,
There's
man.
no meat
No,
on
not
there.
eating
There's
the neck,
nothing in
y'all.
it.
It's delicious.
And believe
So
me,
sorry, I'm
on my
not
mama's
eating
side of the family, they'll tear that shit up. They'll tear that shit up. I'm like, I'm good, mama.
Sunday.
My dad used to
Do you eat
roast
turkey wings?
tongues and shit.
I don't eat turkey wings either.
You know
No,
what?
no, just give it.
You know
you
what?
when you bring me the turkey, it got to be sliced up already.
My
'Cause
sister
if I
gets,
see all of it, like the legs and all that,
You know,
I'm
Oh,
done.
so that's what turns you off, knowing that it's a. Okay, I get it now. The
Right.
Yeah,
The body
yeah,
parts.
yeah. I
Even
can't
though
see
he eats
parts.
chicken wings, a turkey wing is so much bigger.
You
My
know what I
sister
mean?
gets the smoked one and puts it in her greens. By the time there's just a little piece of meat. I'll eat it like that, but I'm not buying. I don't even eat the drumstick anymore. Like you could go to a festival and walk around with a
You
drumstick.
mean the leg?
That leg?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't fucking with that.
Mm.
Love those.
Yeah, it's like, no, I can't eat that.
That's why I stopped.
I love
eating
turkey
meat
though,
for
so
long.
Yeah,
Do you?
that's right.
I love turkey.
Really?
Like I look forward. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because I get to eat all the turkey I want. I love turkey.
Man,
He wants
you come here.
he wants a Thanksgiving restaurant in his.
If I could
Right.
if I could buy turkeys like year round, because like sometimes you can find them, but like sometimes I just buy a random turkey in like the middle of the summer and some shit just because I want some turkey and I'll smoke it or probably bake it just depending on what I got time to do.
I feel you, man. But
They
I
don't
don't
always
do,
have it?
I don't do the breast.
So not all stores.
Oh.
Yeah, some stores you can't find them all unless it's holiday season, but just depends. You gotta look for them.
I'm a seafood person. So give me some gumbo. When you know how to make it right, I'm your slave forever.
My children,
Damn.
my
Yeah,
children,
Good work for
my
food.
children.
I got two possible. Okay, we got
Chicken
turkey
butts
butts
and
and
gumbo.
gumbo.
Oh Lord.
My children
Oh,
have been
Lord.
requesting your gumbo.
Oh Lord.
Too hot for gumbo, but
I'm just
That sound like
I don't like
That
gumbo.
sound like
all
two
I'm
brothers
doing
on
is
the run.
relaying
You know
the
what I'm saying?
message.
Chicken button
My
gumbo.
children have asked about your gumbo.
It's like old brother wild style, except that's the black version.
That's all like two. He said, "Sound like two niggas on the run." Chicken button gumbo.
Like that brother where
Like a Toe Jam and Earl
Be
is
like, hey, baby, I got some chicken breast.
I'm good on that. Catch me,
chicken
white man.
button
Catch me.
gumbo.
chicken button gumbo on the run.
Oh,
We need to make that a
no.
t-shirt.
All
That
right.
needs to be a t-shirt for real.
Oh, but
Chicken
no.
butt gumbo.
No,
Oh,
no,
God.
no. I don't like gumbo for the same reason I don't like soup, man. I don't want to drink my food. Like,
Well, you're not.
you know what I mean? I
Well,
don't drink my food.
If a gumbo's done right, you ain't.
you ain't
yeah.
drinking
You ain't
it.
drinking
You're gonna
shit.
have residue all on the ball.
Because you're gonna have crab claws in there.
I'm good at that. See that
Yeah.
shit? I'm good on that shit. That part right there.
See, I'm not a
right
big
there.
fan of crab. I mean, it's good,
I
but
don't like crab. It's
but in my gumbo, if I got chicken, shrimp, and sausage, I'm
I'm good.
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Chicken,
it.
shrimp, and
I
gumbo.
like okra in my gumbo.
chicken, shrimp, and
I don't
sausage.
like
Yeah.
okra at all.
I do like okra in my gumbo.
First time I had
I can't do okra.
Do I put it in my gumbo when I cook it? No, because I don't do it right. 'Cause I'm just getting good at gumbo like a couple of years ago. It took me a while to figure that out.
He taught me how to make gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, he taught me how to. Make
So, like, when y'all have a bowl of gumbo, you got your, your crab and shrimp and chicken and whatever sausage, rice, okra. Is it just that, or is it sitting in like a liquid?
There is a liquid, but you also
I'm
got,
good.
but you also have rice,
Mm-mm.
and the rice soaks up most of the liquid.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like the consistency of a
Not
gravy and maybe
not thin,
a
not
soup.
too thick.
Yeah.
Like right in the
You
middle.
know.
alligator tail.
Oh, okay, y'all talking about
Yeah,
something
yeah.
I was drunk at the daiquiri factory one time when I was.
And chips.
Hey, we got it all. Yeah, which one?
Probably.
Hey man, I was drunk about 19 years old illegally. We can't be friends. You got that right. You got that right, Vanessa. You got that right.
Jambalaya. I make a good jambalaya. Right?
Arizona, what do you know about jambalaya?
Jambalaya not my fave. I'm not a big fan of jambalaya.
Really?
Yeah, it's the spices. I just something about
The combination.
combination of all that. I'm not
See,
a
now
big
I
fan of.
love jambalaya.
I love rice dressing. I love dirty rice.
I'm
done
The
right.
rice where's that?
It depends on what they make. What's in that dirty rice? For
Hamburger meat, yes.
but not
Gizzard?
liver
No.
and shit. Like some people put lung, liver, cut it up.
No, I can't do
Nah,
that.
that's the country way.
Yeah.
My dad would put
That's
that.
that backwoods way.
Yeah, that's the original way.
Yeah, that is the original
With
way, and
the-
I
with
wouldn't
the
mind
innards and
livers
shit.
and gizzards in my gumbo. I go with that.
You really are.
Liver, I can't do. Give
I'm
it.
telling you. My dad would have been friends.
You really are from Puerto Rico. My God.
My dad would have been friends.
I can't do liver.
Well, it's supposed to
I
be
don't fuck
chopped
with
up the
liver
way you fry. It's just like it's not even
Nah,
supposed to know it's in
I've
there.
tried liver a few different times. I can't do
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
like liver.
I don't do liver and onions. Nah,
Yeah,
I
no.
love liver.
I won't lie though. I've had the dirty rice with that in it. I didn't know it, so it didn't fuck with me. It didn't taste any. I didn't taste liver
No,
or
it's
none
not
of that.
that
It just
bad.
tasted like rice with some type of spice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
For real.
That's all.
The liver and onions.
Yeah, a lot of times-
Once I knew that, now that I know what it is, I'm good. I'll
Yeah.
make my own goddamn rice. I'll make my own dirty rice.
A lot of times, if you don't know, you'll eat it and just be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
shit, okay, that's what that was." Damn. All right.
I had tried turtle soup one time.
We're good.
This
No
one
tripe.
dude that no, and I'm gonna tell you how I tried it. This one dude that a biker dude, he knew this little restaurant had it. He dropped off a car somewhere. He said, "Man, let's stop here." I said, "Hey, man, you're the boss." So he got some, and then when he showed it to me, I smelled it. I'm like, "This smells good." So, man, I don't eat turtle, but I tried some of the sauce, that little red
Liquid
sauce.
broth. Yeah.
It tasted good, but he said, "Well, have some." I'm good. That tastes good, but I'm not trying to put turtle in my mouth. So
Turtle, too. You
I'll
know,
eat
the
the little,
word
I'll eat the little
turtle.
sauce.
You know what I mean? Turtle.
We
No,
know
thank
everything.
you.
Humans have
Yeah.
eaten anything that's lived on this planet has been
See,
eaten,
but
including ourselves.
I would try turtle. I've actually wanted to try alligator. I haven't tried it yet.
Alligator pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, gator
But
good.
I
I
you
mean,
know,
snake.
stuff
I
like
was
that.
drunk when I ate alligator
I
tail.
had one.
I've
It was
done rattlesnake.
like little little fried up piece of alligator. I had one piece one time. It was kind of rubbery to me, and I've never ate it again. I'm like, plus, I'm trying to eat an alligator. That's not things you should
You ever had a
eat.
fried alligator tail?
I don't want none of this.
Hey, bro, get
I
drunk
want
and
that.
It
drive.
tastes like chicken.
It really does, man.
Just
It
eat
really
chicken.
does. Right, exactly. Exactly.
Don't y'all hate when somebody say it tastes like chicken?
You a frog leg. She
Irritating.
frog leg.
And my daddy tricked me on a frog leg once. Ooh, boy, they just look so good.
No,
Frog.
thank
You're
you.
thinking of frogs, so you're like, yeah.
No, you should.
I
be
never
eating
understood that though.
frogs.
Like exactly. Like if
You
you
eat a
like
frog
frog
for?
legs because it tastes like chicken,
Just
well,
eat
just
chicken.
eat chicken. They don't make sense to me.
I think it's a way to make people try things because chicken is such a common
Ubiquitous,
thing
yeah.
to eat.
Everybody knows.
So
what
if it
chicken-
tastes like chicken, you won't be reluctant to try it. But no,
And a lot of that
legs do
stuff is
not
that
taste
white
like
meat
chicken.
that looks like chicken.
They don't.
Chicken of the sea.
For real.
It
For real. For real.
has its own special
Chicken
taste.
of the swamp.
Yeah. That's
The way
it.
these prices going, we're gonna start eating that way.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, okay.
Oh, I
can't-
tried
I
escargot.
can't do snails.
I've done
Oh,
that.
No.
Oh,
It tastes like shrimp.
oh,
It's like
oh, no. Oh, no.
Texture
No,
of it.
whatever.
Is it
No, oh, no, whatever.
it's kind of. I only had it one time,
okay?
so I don't really remember the texture. But I remember like, okay, that's not bad. Now, will I just go say, honey, let's go out and have some
Escargot.
escargot?
Nah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I've had
no.
conch. The big shell from the sea. My mom used to make a salad.
No.
Cut it all up.
What it's called?
It's conch. Them big old shells. That you put up to,
Punkfish?
yeah, it's like
Con-
what's in conch? It's in the shells.
Oh, I eat that. I
Yeah,
try
my
it.
mom used to make a real good salad.
You
like
gave
this,
anything, huh?
ceviche
You-
with
No,
that.
no, I'll tell you, I won't eat pigtails, feet, ears, and lips. No, ever.
Okay.
Never taste
What
But
you
it.
eat
chicken-
conch?
I
You
would.
eat a
I
snail.
try.
Do you?
You eat a big snail.
Oh, that's what you're talking about? It's a big snail?
It's pretty much what it is.
It's a big
It's a
snail. Oh
snail,
yeah,
yeah.
you won't eat a pig, but you eat a giant snail.
See, that's
Yeah,
how it goes.
yeah.
I go, get out of it, man, whatever.
I thought you meant like a fish. I don't
There's
know.
just certain things that. Why are you eating that? Just alligator.
Kroger's right down the street. You ain't got to
goddamn-
resort to
You know
that.
what I'm saying? You're not
Not
eating
doing it,
alligator
man.
or a rabbit
Not
or a
doing it.
squirrel. You don't have
Not
to eat
doing
that
it.
shit.
Steak
Not
and fried
doing
caviar.
You don't
Caviar
miss
is
it.
I don't like rabbit, and caviar is gross. That
That's
look
I
like
like rabbit.
caviar
Do you?
looks like eyes without the white part.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Looks like it looks a little but
I have
it's
a
I know it.
If the egg don't have a shell, I ain't eating it. Because I've eaten chicken eggs, I've eaten duck eggs, and all of that.
Duck eggs are good.
Duck eggs are real good,
Duck
and they're
fat is
big.
Duck is good.
Duck is always greasy though.
It's a very fatty meat.
Yeah, it's real fat.
people
Very
fry them
fat.
with fries and
I
that
cooked
duck
it
fat.
once.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be real
My
good.
mom was like, you know, it's gonna be fatty as shit, right? And I'm like, I never cooked duck before, so I wanted to do it. So I put up the recipe and all, and went through the recipe. It was, even though it was greasy, it was like, tastes good.
It's good, especially when it's cooked right. But it's just super
You know what I mean?
greasy.
Fried swan. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Black
hey, what's
swan.
wrong with that?
No
I
thank
tried.
Leave them animals
tried
alone.
swan.
you. Good,
But
You
leave
done
them
try
alone.
swan?
Yeah.
You eat a swan for real?
No, goat. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Nah.
Why is that different?
That's different.
Why is that different?
Goats eat anything from goats eat nails and goats eat anything.
I'm not saying I want to
But the goats that being raised for meat ain't eating that.
Okay,
So
that's true. Okay, I didn't.
okay,
Right.
so
Because
because if by that token, chickens eat just as much trash
I
as the
know.
pigs.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
and-
That nigga, that data nigga.
And
see, when you fry the chicken, it's sterilized.
You know what I mean? That data nigga. Throw the French in.
Okay, goat. When I look at goat, I went to a wedding once, long, so broken, like it was like these bones and
Exactly.
and it was like
Exactly.
but it looked like
Exactly.
I don't know. I couldn't. I
They got
tried
that
it. Though.
curry
Exactly.
goat.
That's exactly right.
Oh,
Curry
dude,
goat.
I started with curry goat, and then I've had goat quite a few different ways. Hell, I've even barbecued goat.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You can go to Phoenicia. Where you can get a goat from? Phoenicia.
You got to go. The only place we've been able to find it is like these halal meat
Yeah.
markets.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
Phoenicia.
And
I know they have lamb. A whole, you get a whole
Yeah.
lamb.
but and the thing about it is they run out of goat fast. Like
don't eat that
one time we was trying to cook something when I was living out in Katy, and well, where I live now, and Bobby had come over to the house and we was gonna get some. We went to these meat markets, and it was probably about 12, maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They were sold out ago. Already. It was like, nah, if you wanted that, you had to be here this morning when we opened.
Plus, you got all them Jamaican restaurants that make that curry goat.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of there's a large Muslim population
Right, yeah.
in Katy too.
Right.
So there's a lot of those.
Would you eat ostrich? Would you try an ostrich?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I would try.
It's the caveman.
So they would try. You would try camel hump too.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
They
I
cook
Look
that.
at it. Look at it.
imagine that. Like, I mean, is there any meat in a camel hump?
You know what
I
I'm
thought
saying?
they make that shit over there.
I don't know.
You know they gotta eat camel.
Johnny, eat anything, boy.
I mean, I'm game to try. When it comes to the subject of meats, I'm down to try a lot. Because meat is meat, you know.
Yeah, let me eat it first, then tell me what it is.
Some things
Don't
we
catch me
Saute that elephant just right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
They got onions on it.
You know what I mean? I
Put
can't
some
do it.
gravy on that motherfucker.
Put some
I can't
brown
do it.
gravy on it. We
I
good.
can't.
Use the bell peppers
Right?
and celery.
Don't get
Celery?
Holy Trinity.
Yep.
That's the Trinity.
That's what they call it?
Yeah,
The
that's
Trinity. That's the Trinity is onions, bell pepper, and celery, and mirepoix, if I'm saying it right, is onions, celery, and carrots.
Really?
Yeah.
And they make anything taste good.
Yeah.
That's your base.
That's
add
your
I'm
base.
gonna have to try that.
You start
I like
there,
that. I like
and,
that.
and that's your framework, and you build on it.
I like that.
And actually, the
I like
onion,
that.
celery, and carrots is not that bad.
Really?
It's
I
really
feel
good.
that. I feel that. I feel that.
Puerto Rico,
For real.
it's onions, garlic, peppers, and cilantro.
Y'all make a sofrito.
Yeah, that's sofrito, like I said.
Toast. Fresh
Yeah,
machine.
that's what we do. We make it. That's our Trinity.
That's
Wow.
that's how they start. Yup. You know.
We can make that with anything, especially with rices.
Me too now.
I'm
Shit.
like looking for.
Right? Look, we need that ghost kitchen. Can we
You know
put
what
it
I
in
mean?
order?
I need a Big Mac,
You know
a
what?
piece of Popeyes.
We almost out
All
of time. We
together.
never talked about this.
Oh, crap. It's step 43.
For real? All right, so here's why you eat healthy.
Now, this why you know what? It goes with it. All this is we doing now. We need to exercise to get our mind right.
Like,
That's
yeah.
what the show's about.
When you get on schizophrenia, get off meat.
Work
Start working out.
that chicken butter.
Oh,
Start
shit.
working out, so that way you
We
know,
just
your
been
mind
running
get
our
right.
mouths.
On the cool, man, this is real, man. This is a true story, by the way, and I couldn't think of a more appropriate person to be here.
Okay.
I really mean this.
Okay.
Hey, man, so I had went through a point in my life where I had stopped drinking alcohol, I stopped smoking weed. I'm like living real clean, right? And so I stopped eating meat.
Okay.
I stopped eating meat after I tried Dr. Sebi's, recipe, how to eat and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
My homegirl calls me, who will remain unnamed. They will know who I'm talking about when I say what I'm about to say. This person say something like, yeah, so, what you having for dinner, or what you eating or whatever. I was like, hey, man, look, I've been on this Dr. Sebi diet. I don't drink no more. I don't smoke no more. Nothing like that. And you know what? I stopped eating meat. I feel as good as I do. You know what Rafika said? Oh, my God, you done gone bipolar again. She told me that. That is the God to Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That is so appropriate. I promise you. She's like, oh, and when she said it, she wasn't talking to me. You know how you be on the phone, you say something to yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, then going bipolar again. I was like, nah, baby, I'm telling you, man, I stopped eating meat. I'm good. And then here I am.
That's what I was gonna say. You're right anyway.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Meat.
I was like, there it is, man.
But for it's like eating healthy, although I love meat, I love processing meat, cooking meat, and eating meat. I
Right.
do have times where I might cleanse for a couple of weeks on some smoothies.
I feel that.
Just throw some spinach and
I feel
put
that.
some water in the blender, drink it about 3 times a day, and get all that.
What's she say?
She said we lost the whole topic 30 minutes ago.
Come ride with us. Come ride with us. That's your job.
Like he said, if you exercise, your mind will get right. You'll not eat all these pig feet and snouts.
It's
and
true though.
lips.
It's true though. It's true, man.
But they've done studies that show, and I'm sure you probably read about some of the same ones I did, but they've done studies that show that no matter how, like, in all these different kind of mental conditions, especially when it comes to aging, you can hold off a lot of the effects of things like Alzheimer's, dementia, and all this kind of stuff. That just through simple exercises where you maybe exercise 3 to 4 days a week. Most times, if you walking, they want you to walk for like an hour. If you jogging, I think they say jog for like 20 to 30 minutes. But hard, like sincere
Really?
jogging, yeah.
Yeah.
But then there was even a study that showed that for people with Parkinson's, riding a bike at a brisk pace for people with Parkinson's can actually help their brain reroute neural pathways so it lessens their Parkinson's symptom. It's not a cure for it, but it does
Really?
help ease the symptoms.
Really?
Yeah. And so they had to develop like a remote control bike basically that allows people to be able, because you have to pedal at a certain pace to get the benefits.
Really?
And so, of course, but somebody with Parkinson's would have a hard time doing
Be
that.
rough, boy.
So the bike actually does the work for you to get you started.
Wow.
And then as you progress, your sense of balance and all that stuff will improve, and you will eventually be able to do it on your own.
Wow.
About to go get me a bike.
Right?
Because whenever I exercise, man, my diet immediately changes.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And like we were talking about before, from personal experience, I know when I was going through my divorce, I was battling depression real hard at that time, but it was the fact that I was exercising on a regular basis and I was eating real healthy at the time, that if it had not been for those things, man, I probably would not have made it through that chapter in my life, because I was battling some dark stuff at that time. And so it's like, but when I started the exercising, and well, I'd been doing the eating for a while, but when I started the exercising, that's when I really noticed the difference. Everything just was
I
like,
cannot imagine. I'm being very honest when I say this.
okay,
I cannot imagine you ever being depressed. Really?
really?
I never can imagine.
Okay.
You can't imagine it in people because you see them how you see them now.
We all
I mean,
human.
yeah.
I'm not saying that anyone is above anything. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know
What I'm saying is, like, I have never seen, as a matter of fact, Los either. And I just told you this earlier. I have never seen these two brothers depressed or in a bad consciousness or state of mind. Wow, really?
See, that's the thing. At least for me, I know when I'm in that place, you'll never know unless I tell you.
Really?
Yeah. I show very little outward. If I'm starting to show like outward signs of how bad I'm hurting, then it's really bad.
Shit, that's my starting.
That's when it's
Really bad.
that's when
Shit.
shit is south. Just like we talking desolate outlooks and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, but exercise-
He felt some shit on there. Yeah, he's. I can tell.
Bobby was around me enough during those times. He knew what was going on. He'd come over and just be like, okay, we just finna watch some stupid movies, play some video games, and do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
He'd come over and have me watching South Park and Aqua Teen Hunger Force and shit.
But exercise does help when you're going through those times. It helps
You?
feel better about yourself.
Okay, Los. Okay, Los. Okay,
But
Los.
they do say about the exercising part that it could benefit like cancers and they say if someone that went through cancer, if you do like start exercising, it helps you keep it away and shit. There was a lot of things they talked about,
And that was how I got off my diabetic medications.
Right.
That's
Was
another
through
part
through the exercising and stuff like that.
Right,
So
right.
it can definitely help if you're type 2 diabetic. I did it personally, so I'm not speaking off of anybody else. I did it personally. You can get off the medication. You can get the high blood pressure fixed. All you have to do is dedicate yourself to just a little bit of exercise and eat a little bit better. It don't take a lot.
Yeah, they said some people are afraid because exercise. They said what you got to do is make it a part of your day.
Yeah.
True.
If you know that you called your boy every day at 5, go for a walk and talk to him.
Right on.
And after a while,
Good point.
you won't even realize that you're doing it. This
Good
is
point.
what I do every day. Every
Yeah.
day at this time, I exercise.
It's
Or
like-
I go for a walk.
It's like they say, what is it, 30 days to make a habit?
Yeah,
So
right.
get on it and just say, okay, I'm going to do this for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, like you said,
Your
it becomes
mind will
part of your
start-
habit. And
right.
you don't even have to think about it. It becomes automatic. And that was one of the things that I saw too. They were saying to really get the benefits from the exercise as far as mental health, you have to really stick with it.
Right.
And so it has to
Right.
become a part of your routine. And
Yeah.
you have to find something that you're going to be able to stick
Yes.
with. That's the most important thing. It's like, don't try to,
What they say, own it.
yeah,
Own it.
You
Whatever
don't-
you're gonna do, love it. If it's yoga, if it's working out, love that shit.
don't
and
don't be
give
like,
up.
I'm gonna go hiking, but the closest hiking place is like 20
Yosemite
miles
Park.
away, right? So it's like you're not gonna do that on a regular basis like you're supposed to.
Right. Get
So
you
it's
one
like,
of them rock things and do that shit and then back down.
Boy, that's some
Go back.
hard work. Boy, I tried.
That's working out though.
that I ain't climbing rocks, man. It's cool. I'm
It'll
good.
get you, boy.
I'm good. I ain't climbing
Get
rocks.
you.
Yeah. I don't need
Yeah,
that
but,
much finger strength.
Right, but a lot of
I'm
people
liable to hurt myself.
right. A lot of people
Somebody.
right? Somebody, right?
Never know. Never know.
Damn, baby, you done? That was just my fingers.
I've been climbing Yosemite.
more like good.
You can think over here, but like, what?
I mean,
Like,
look,
what?
now that you mention it,
Like, what?
okay.
I've been working out.
There could be something to this. You know?
Man.
But yeah, that's what they say. Make sure that you incorporate some of it,
Yeah.
make it a habit, and not so much a habit. Make it part of your life.
Yeah.
This is what you do on these days that we do now. Hey, on this day I'm gonna play PlayStation for 3 hours. Okay, well tomorrow I'm gonna work out for 3 hours, and as you keep doing it, and that was the main thing. Don't give up. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Sooner or
You get
later,
addicted
you wouldn't
to
even.
it.
Know, that's what I'm saying. Sooner or
Yeah,
later,
you get
you wouldn't
addicted
even think of it as exercise anymore.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
just what I do.
That's true.
But you know what I hear so often from people that I always find interesting. I want to know. I'm sure there's got to be a way to overcome this, but like I know people who, like even myself as an example, who started working out, was doing real good for a while. I mean, in my case, I was talking about like 2 years. I was working out like a beast. All of that, and so all it takes is one thing.
Timmy Chance.
People will be like, "Oh, well, my car broke down and I couldn't go to the gym for like a week." And then by the time I, got ready to go back, I was like, I'm gonna do it next week. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And all it takes is one break in that habit.
One
There's
thing.
gotta be a way to overcome that. Because once it's broken, it's like, oh man, starting up again.
It's
Mind
hard.
is telling me no.
My body. Oh my
You
god.
better do something.
You know what I mean, man? For real.
But part of the discussion is in your mind don't get fucked up again.
Right.
True.
It's all
Back
about
to
the
bad
mind.
habits,
That's right.
and that's what it's
right.
about. How
That's
they talked
exactly
about
right.
how it really does. And it's funny that we're talking
That's
about
right.
this because earlier today, Amy told me she went for her walk. Oh no, because she was doing something. I'm like, oh, you went for your walk? Yeah, I know, but I feel so much. I'm more focused at work and this and that. And I said, well, and then when I read up on this shit, I'm like, man, that's exactly what's happening to her right now.
Exactly.
Like, okay, shit. So that's
Like
what-
people used to talk about back in the day, the runner's high.
Yeah.
and they still say that because they feel so good at the, like, man, it's like they're high because they just went for a run.
You get to a point in the exercise routine where your body starts producing endorphins, and that makes you feel good. And so and that has a cascade effect on just all kinds of internal systems in your body, as far as your digestion, your brain functions, all of that stuff. Of course, cardiovascular, muscle systems, all of that just gets a huge boost from those boost of endorphins you get while you're doing that kind of, especially for cardio type exercises, because of that sustained,
That's true.
workout that you get. It really can have those immediate benefits, but then you do that in the long term and you stick with it, then you have these long term benefits. I watched a study. I saw a study that was talking about how they did a study because now, since like say the 60s and the 70s, when the workout craze kind of first started, when the whole, especially like through the 80s and aerobics and all of that, but now you've had enough time to have a generation where you have some people who spent their whole lives exercising.
Wow.
So now they're like in their 60s and 70s and
They
80s.
started back then.
And but they've been able to now study these people.
Wow.
And what they looked at, like one of the things that they saw is when they looked at their muscle tissue under a microscope and compared that to somebody's muscle tissue who was like 20 something years old, there was no difference.
Really?
No difference. You couldn't tell them apart under the microscope. So literally the exercise can in very real, physical, measurable ways keep you young.
Wow.
Sounds good. My shit was backwards. I did the high run. The high, then have to run. We got to go, Tony. So I had the stoners high. The stoners run.
Funny as hell.
Backwards.
Oh my God. This is why we can't take him nowhere.
At all. At all. All right, brothers. We got to wrap it up, man. We're getting close to the end. Rafika, thank you so much for joining us, man.
We're so glad you decided to sit in with
Welcome.
us.
Thank y'all for accepting my presence.
Absolutely.
You made a
Every
hungry.
time.
And we love the sidetrack you took us down, even though now we all finna be trying to get some food.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No. We started it. You just help us go there.
We didn't even. Don't feel bad. We didn't even.
Right. Apparently, we didn't either.
We didn't
But,
even.
Don't forget the website, www.dailysmoke.com, where you want to know anything and everything about us and how to get here, like Rafika. She's been here before, so she knows. And hey,
She
we appreciate her
family. Here.
coming through. She's family. Anyone who does come, like we say, you come scared, but you leave family. So check us out there. And then for donations, hey, we take like, share, subscribe, but we also take money. That's Cash App, $TD Smoke. So make sure you check that out. And everybody watching today, a lot of y'all be watching, but y'all forget to hit that like.
Please hit the
Like
like.
that like.
Right.
Like
Please
me.
hit the like.
Unless, of
Right.
course, you want to hit the dislike and we just go away. Don't hit shit.
Right.
So if that's the case, then hey, that's the case. You know.
Either way, we look. The algorithms go off of interactions. I don't care.
Doing that some words tonight, ain't it?
Right.
Cascading, algorithm. Ooh, Lord.
And on that note,
That was an intelligent weed.
God. You know?
and on that
Okay.
note,
Cascading.
I'm your boy, Brother Jam,
Brother Los
I'm Ron.
and our guest.
and I
Rafika,
guess Rafiki.
In the cascading effect.
and black hand on the can.
This is why black folks can't have nothing nice.
The algorithms.
Yeah.
Lord.
Ticks.
And thank y'all for joining us as always.
God.
This is Daily Smoke, and we appreciate y'all joining us. We love y'all. We out. Peace.